Davos. We'll talk about all the things that you can do to protect yourself and make sure that you're prepared for the coming price movement in XRP. Before we get into it, I'll touch on what Larry Fink said at Davos. I was actually just listening to this. So, old BlackRock is talking about tokenization of financial products at scale, and how both Brazil and India are very progressive in their CBDC or their digital currency rollout. He's thinking, that we're likely going to see the tokenization of financial markets much sooner than later. And the way that he discussed it, he mentioned that it should be just on one network or one chain where things are tokenized. That's going to be difficult to do if you wanted high level of throughput and TPS, or transactions per second, and you also wanted smart contract capability. Ethereum is, slow and expensive, but has great smart contract capability. Proof of stake, there's a couple different consensus mechanisms. Bitcoin is proof of work, which is very energy intensive. On the stage there with Brad Garlinghouse, he was talking about the different consensus mechanisms, and then Brian Armstrong, chimed in that proof of stake is 99% more energy efficient than proof of work, which is actually the case. We know that Ethereum migrated from proof of work over to proof of stake a few years ago, and they were talking about how that would increase throughput and reduce fees, and it didn't. So, as things sit today, really the only thing it could handle even close to the transactional volume at the back end of the stock market or these markets would be the XRP ledger that has clarity, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, but both Bitcoin and ETH have been designated commodities for a while, and with Bitnomial giving the blessing by the CFTC and Caroline, when she was still there before she went to MoonPay, XRP got the listing there also. So with all that being said, I think XRP is a commodity here in the US. I mean, it's listed on Bitnomial as such, and until we get the Clarity Act, it's really going to be the only option they have in order to be able to tokenize these markets. We did get permission domains across the line today over there on the amendments. We're now in the 2-week holding period before that's implemented on the mainnet. Still have permission dexes, batch, and some other amendments hanging out there waiting to get passed, but permission domains was a big deal for institutional adoption of the mainnet on the XRPL. There are private instances, side chains,